Every mouthful, every morsel, every bite you eat has swad. That is Indian khana. You should taste of a butter chicken sauce, a makhni gravy. कसूरी मेथी,
दिल्ली वाला मखनी ग्रेवी, थोड़ा मीठा है, थोड़ा तीखा है, कसूरी मेथी का फ्लेवर आ रहा है।
Food is something to celebrate about. I made a gajar halwa, sent it to the guest, and the guest sent it back and said, "This is not gajar halwa. It is garam." So I went in the kitchen, I asked the chef. He said, "हम लोग तो दुकान से buy करते हैं और वैसे दे देते हैं guest को, गरम भी नहीं करते." So they were so used to that kind of a food.
One of the first Indian chefs to get the award of hospitality.
The Michelin is like an Oscar for the chefs. They never give it to Indians. It's very biased towards European cuisine. And guess what? In 4 years' time, we got a Michelin.
This is intriguing me because this is the one dish that I can't see right now.
Yes, it's a mystery dish.
Today we're going to meet somebody who has taken Indian food to international levels. शेफ विनीत भाटिया एक ऐसे शेफ है जिन्होंने इंडिया का नाम, देसी खाने का नाम जग भर, दुनिया भर रोशन किया है, फेमस किया है। आज उनके साथ हम बैठते हैं, उनकी टेक्निक्स देखते हैं, उनके खाने के बारे में बात करते हैं और फिर जाकर पूछते हैं कि खाने में क्या है। Hello, chef.
Hey Kunal,
How are you?
ages यार.
Long time.
कैसे हो?
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ, लेकिन आपको इतने दिनों के बाद मिलके बहुत खुशी हो रही
It's
है।
been a while.
It's been a long time. The thing is, we shot together, I think nearly 12, 13 years ago, maybe more.
2010 for the first time
2010.
when we opened up Ziya
2010.
for the launch of Ziya.
तो जब ये रेस्टोरेंट खुला, जिया खुला, तब मैंने आकर सर का इंटरव्यू लिया था। अब 16 साल हो गए उसको।
तब दाढ़ी नहीं थी,
तब दाढ़ी नहीं
चश्मा भी नहीं था.
और हम अभी तक जवान ही दिख रहे हैं।
Absolutely.
Correct?
It's because of the khana.
Because of the khana.
You eat well, you live well.
Correct. And you're cooking a very special meal, isn't it?
It is.
And I want to know more about this meal. And I also want to eat it.
Of course.
And we will also talk a little more about how the food journey has been, etc., etc. But आज क्या बन रहा है खाने में?
So today what we're trying to do is we're trying to take all the best ingredients or the great produce you get from the UK
Okay.
and cooking it the Indian style, with Indian technique.
Okay.
Because India and the UK have been very, very close for so many years.
Of course.
You know, food is something to celebrate about. तो यही चाहते हैं कि दोनों के खाने मिलाएं. Try and use produce from the UK and also produce from
India.
But desi khana. So
Desi khana.
how you can use those ingredients of high quality with your dishes from this subcontinent and bring it together.
For example, कौन सा ये British ingredient है या UK का ingredient है जो हमारे Indian खाने को सूट करता है?
For me, the best thing I would say is anything with milk product and cheese.
Cheese.
And the British cheeses are absolutely amazing.
Correct.
I mean, everybody knows the cheddar.
Yeah.
But when you actually use the cheddar very cleverly, you can do a lot. You can do a chaat with that, you can do a starter with that, you can do a kebab with that, you can do breads with that, you can put it into khicharis, you can make it into mithais. It's endless with cheese.
English cheddar.
Various kinds of cheeses.
Okay. जाते हैं खाते ही
चलो,
और
let's
फिर
do that.
बात करते हैं।
Absolutely.
Okay. चलो, let's go.
After you.
शेफ, द फूड इज लुकिंग फैबुलस, बहुत ही अच्छा दिख रहा है। मुझे पता भी नहीं चल रहा है कि ये खाना इंडियन है या इंटरनेशनल है।
But that is the whole point. The food has to look modern and elegant, but still the desi swad should come through.
लेकिन आप यूके में कितने साल पहले गए आप यूके?
I moved to UK in 1993.
तो आप 1993 में जब गए, what was their idea of Indian food?
Oh, it was very different. And I remember I made a gajar ka halwa as an Indian, first thing you do something meetha. So I made a gajar halwa, sent it to the guest. And the guest sent it back and said, "This is not gajar ka halwa, it is garam." and it's got nuts on it. And so I went to a guest and asked him, I said, what's wrong with the gajar halwa? He said, young man, you don't know how to make gajar ka halwa. Gajar ka halwa should be served cold into a cube.
Into a cube?
Into a bowl. And I was catching my head. I said, how come? I went in the kitchen, I asked the chef. He said, हम लोग तो दुकान से buy करते हैं और वैसे दे देते guest को, गरम भी नहीं करते. So they were so used to that kind of a food.
Yeah.
When I remember making a nalli rogan josh. Like a nalli diyari कैसे बनती है on the bone.
Yeah.
93. I gave it to the guest and the couple sitting there and we're serving as a trial. So you offer it. And the lady said, just send it back. I said, we don't want this. It's not nice. So I asked her, I said, what is wrong? And you know what she said? She said, do you think we are dogs? We eat food on the bone? 93.
And this is nalli.
Proper nalli. When
shank.
it cooks, shank, cook it for good 7-8 hours, pyar se masale mein.
Correct.
So then I realized that you can't give them a rogan josh as a rogan josh, a korma as a korma, or a kebab like normally what we do back in India. They will all change differently there. So I said, I can't change my cooking style. I will change the word I wordsmith my menus. So I stopped giving names. So my chicken tikka makhni became morsels of chicken tikka in a creamy fenugreek tomato sauce. Something like those.
So they couldn't relate it to what they'd been eating
They
earlier.
couldn't relate it.
So UK had a relationship with spices, and they were okay with eating spices and all. Whatever the Bangladeshi, like Balti cuisine and all that was happening over there, उनको आदत थी अपने spices की. वो introduce करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी लेकिन.
Base was there. I mean, you got to realize, bless them all, the Bangladeshis who went in there, they were immigrants. They were not trained professionals.
Correct.
They also had to make a living. So they did what they could do with their limitations. And I think they did a very good job of showcasing something. I mean, we may say it is not correctly done, but it worked. A formula works.
Correct.
It's because the guest wanted. When you kind of change it and have a little change coming through, there is resistance amongst everybody, which is always happens here back in India also used to happen.
Correct.
When I came back and opened Ziya 2010, people laughed at me and said, oh, he's trying to teach us how to cook. I'm not here to teach you how to cook. I'm teaching you more respect. That was my ethos. And you look at it now, you look at the restaurants in Bombay and Delhi and Bangalore and Chennai, and the food has evolved.
All doing what you started doing.
In a way, yes.
In a way, yes.
Yes. But kudos to them also, they've done a great job.
Yeah.
But somebody has to start it somewhere, no?
Of course.
So little spark has to ignite somewhere, and I think we were there at the right time, right place, and things just fell into place. But there was no blueprint or a plan came, मैंने ये करना है या मैंने ये करना है. It just happened very organically.
Correct.
It evolved over the period of time. And who knew it snowballed into such a beautiful thing that now you have restaurants having 3 Michelin stars, being in the best guidebooks of the world.
मुझे तो कभी-कभी लगता था कि every time I went back to London and ate Indian food, I think that they are more evolved and accepting of modern cuisine, new tastes and flavors more than we were back home.
True.
Yeah?
I agree with that. I think the mindset was quite different. It's because it's a very mature F&B dining scene. In not just London, I would say even New York as such, parts of Europe are quite mature because they go out more often to find establishments.
Yeah.
India is now getting it. You had to come to India to go to a 5-star hotel to have a good meal.
True.
Now, the standalones are doing an amazing job.
Excellent work.
Yeah, I mean, you can't compare ke they are doing better or the hotel is doing better. They're all doing so well.
Correct.
And there are new concepts coming in. They're playing with fire, they're playing with charcoal, they're doing a regional food as such. And for me, you literally feel very satisfied like a father or a parent or a mentor. Because, you see it has grown. It's not just one voice.
You were there at the beginning.
There are 100 voices now. In the next 5 years' time, there'll be 1,000. So who benefits?
We.
You benefit.
All of us benefit.
All your guests benefit.
Absolutely.
It is for them.
And the West is not only accepting, but they're also honoring all that is Indian. Like with you, one of the first Indian chefs to get what is called the award of the hospitality, which is the Michelin-starred. So
I mean, the Michelin is like an Oscar for the chefs.
it is. It's an Oscar.
And I remember when my wife asked me, what do you think you want to achieve in life? And I said, what I would love to achieve, I'll never achieve. This is way back in 97, 98 when I got married. And she said, what is that? And I said, Michelin. I said, it's not for Indians. They never gave it to Indians. It's very biased towards European cuisine. And guess what? In 4 years' time, we got a Michelin. And from one, you grow. And then Geneva had a Michelin star, London had a Michelin star. And now there are so many chefs. You could probably count chefs on your fingertips. But now you need a whole computer to knock down to how many are there.
And all doing Indian food.
All doing Indian
All
khana.
doing Indian food.
That is the key part. It is Indian food at a very, very high level.
1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute chicken, Frankie's chicken in a minute.
Come together with Drenkies.
this is intriguing me because this is the one dish that I can't see right now.
Yes, it's a mystery dish. That's a wonderful story. So when I moved to '93 in UK, I wanted to do something with fish. And I remember a lady asked me, can you do me a Goan pomfret curry? And I said, from where will I get pomfret? And if you do get it, it is frozen.
Correct.
And in my mind, I'm thinking, why would I want to use frozen fish in London in a winter month? Milega nahi. I take some fish from the oceans there and be surrounded by water in England. And we get wonderful fish. Turbo le lo, halibut le lo, cod le lo, lobster le lo, scallop le lo. So I did it. I did a halibut with her into the South Indian style, Goan style. I gave it, and it worked extremely well.
Okay.
And then it started hitting me, why don't I use local produce here, not just chicken, lamb, chicken, lamb, chicken, lamb. So the salmon was the first thing I did. We basically make a tandoori salmon, like a Punjabi fish tikka. And we give flavors of which they also like. So they love the mustard, they love the honey.
So मैं खोलता हूँ, फिर आप मुझे बताओ.
Sure. So this is our home smoked tandoori salmon.
Home smoked tandoori salmon.
And when I first made the dish, the guests thought I was using a sliced salmon from the supermarket and putting in the tandoor. This is what they used to think. Okay, I'm doing a home smoked tandoori salmon. That's what they were using, salmon.
Correct.
But when this was served to them, they blew them off. And we served that with a raita. In this case, we used some clotted cream for our restaurant.
In the raita.
With some cucumber, red onion and dill. Again, flavors which actually go with the salmon quite well. So if you look at the
dill
gravel
and fish, classic combination of.
Don't forget, it is soft.
Is that?
It is a soft, basically, base. Dill, fennel from the same family.
Correct.
And fennel is used in Punjab. It's used in various parts of India. So with that mindset, you see the overlap. I'm not doing a fusion. I'm doing proper khana, but just adding a little more interest to it.
Yeah, a little more the style, interest. I don't want to use the word improve, but it's
Enhancing.
enhancing it.
I mean, we always say when you come to our restaurants, as long as you leave with a single happy memory, I think our job is done.
But it's true now. It's true of any restaurant in the world.
Any restaurant. You remember.
दो डिश ही याद रहते हैं.
And you want to go back for that.
You go back for the same.
And you talk about to all your friends and the people there.
Go there and eat that.
हाँ, जब जाओगे आप पेरिस में तो वहाँ जाना छोटी गली में शॉम्स-एलिज़े के पीछे वहाँ पे जाओ तो एक अच्छा कबाब मिलते हैं ईरानी का. For example. Correct. That is what you want to go. You go down to Brooklyn and you see that guy makes some wonderful sandwiches there.
Pastrami sandwich.
You go and you have that. There's a hole in the wall. You go there. You go to Dubai. You go to Afghani bakeries in Dera. There are hole in the walls. कुछ नहीं वहाँ पे. The man is making wonderful bread. गरम निकालते हैं खबूस and after that they give you hummus to eat. How freshly is that? But it is wonderful. And that is what food does, it connects people there.
It does. So, just to do the link up, which is, so we've got a British product here, which is the fish itself. But I can smell the smokiness, the tandoori masala also.
There's like a cucumber and a dill raita with that.
Cucumber, dill raita, and this is...
That's just saffron yogurt for color contrast. But again, if you look at it, the technique of smoking is dungar from Rajasthan.
Correct.
They would do it to preserve meats. Here we're doing it to smoke the meats. So if you look at the Chinese, they smoke with the tea leaves. The Europeans smoke with the wood, for example, or wood chips. We smoke with charcoal. And we add our flavors. The biggest advantage we have in India is we are very rich in terms of our flavor profile, which no country in the world has. They can't even touch you anyway. You're so far ahead. And it is so regional and it's so diverse, but at the same time, it's very overlapping. I mean, sarso mustard used in the north, used in the south, used in the
Bengal,
east,
everywhere.
But different styles. सरसों का पत्ता डाल दो, सरसों का तेल डाल दो, आप सरसों डाल दो, सरसों का कासूनी डाल दो आप, और variations. And only Indians understand because हमारे रगों में we know खाना.
ये क्या है?
Okay, this is our love for beetroots. Okay. Beetroot is a very underrated vegetable. Chukkundar. And I love beetroot not just for its minerality and flavor, but also for its lovely color. The British from the UK, they would also use a lot of beetroot in the food. Baby beets to roast them and to cook them and serve them. So we do the same thing, but we do a beetroot galoti. Oh, and we crust it with some cashew. And we serve it with a little raita, and then we do a little poriyal or a South Indian salad.
With coconut.
But broccoli. Again, broccoli used a lot in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
And we wanted to have the balance of things.
But broccoli अच्छा नहीं लगता. हमारा यहाँ थोड़ा पोरियल बनाओगे तो अच्छा लगता है. Broccoli flavor आ जाता है.
I mean, if you are used to having very bland, simple food, that works. But these are flavorful.
Yeah.
Every mouthful, every morsel, every bite you eat has swag. And that is Indian khana. We always say, when you look at our food, it looks very modern and European. But you eat with your eyes closed, it's India on your palate.
It is.
That is the beauty of our food. And it's light, it's not floating in oil, it's cleanly done. colorful there.
The other thing, the Indian food is oily.
घरों में खाना बनाते हैं,
कहाँ होता है?
कहाँ डालते हैं? My mother doesn't put 15-20 masale and half an inch of oil floating in the plate or a ghee. आपको, I mean, we open up in Udaipur and we saw them use ghee in all the food, and they to add ghee literally on the khana, but they add it last,
Correct.
on top of the khana. पकाते भी हैं.
पकाते हैं एक.
So we actually, when we serve our food in the hotel at the Uday Villas, we actually serve a party of pure ghee
On the side.
On the side. You add how much you want to add, and it tastes so nice.
In Maharashtra also we've got varan,
Yeah.
bhat, varan and tup on top.
Yeah.
You know, ghee.
You mix it together,
Yeah.
and it's so nice. But the freshness comes through, and that is nice.
Tell me what all.
Again, these are our little canapes which we
This
have.
is what you're telling me about.
This is I was telling you. So this is a one bite. This is basically a pani puri without the pani. We got a truffle slice with halon mole sea salt from the UK,
Salt on.
and that's a raspberry chutney. So we get this bottle of raspberry, and we use that to make a chutney from Scotland. And we put mushroom ka chaat with some cheddar cheese, and one bite. It just bursts open there.
I'm just surprised when you bite into the puri, I can feel the cheddar coming out.
I mean, I love the pani puri in the street food in Bombay. You know, though you have it with the pani, or you have it with the ragda, or I also like dahi sev puri, for example.
Outside.
So no, nothing wrong with those. But why would somebody want to come to my restaurants and have the same?
Same thing over there.
If I'm standing in Bandra on a market and roadside or Mohammadani road and having a kebab and all that stuff, that atmosphere is different.
Absolutely correct.
The atmosphere is very different. I can't get that vibe in my restaurant.
And you don't want it also.
You don't want it also, but you want to have a little variation. You still want to respect the street foods of there. That's a shirmal, but that is topped with Queen Elizabeth II's favorite dish when she was made the queen for a coronation. They made a coronation chicken.
Yes, I've heard of a coronation.
Yeah, so coronation chicken, the secret in coronation chicken is there is a mango chutney and there is a Madras curry powder and haldi. And they put apricots and they put raisins and badam.
In the original coronation curry also?
And they would serve it on a lettuce cup or put it into a sandwich and have it. But I put a shirmal. Because again, I wanted the yellow color of the haldi to come through the saffron. So even our almonds which we do, we actually poach the almonds in turmeric water. And then we dry it for 48 hours. So it soaks in all the natural colors of the haldi. So we get haldi wali almonds. The next one is actually the roll which you see is actually a samosa. It's a classic vegetable filling of a samosa,
Okay.
but we make it like a curl. And on top of that, the red dot which you see is, I think, which you will like, being a Mumbaikar. That's Bombay ketchup.
Normal ketchup.
Bombay ketchup.
Bombay ketchup. तो रास्ते में मिलता है वो.
The one they put in the Bombay sandwiches on the side to eat. It is that kind of stuff. But again, little dots.
बहुत very nice.
Simple.
खट्टा है.
हाँ, चटाका है.
चटाका है.
The agla wala is basically a crab cake that is inspired from Kerala. So we use Devonshire crab cake because Devonshire got some very nice crabs, so the lumpy crabs. So we use a ratio of almost 80% crab and 20% aloo to bind it.
That is very good, huh?
Yeah,
like
it is.
cheating करते हैं लोग. ज़्यादा कुछ डालते
I
हैं.
mean, अगर समोसे में आप आलू भर दोगे तो बाकी कुछ मालूम पड़ता नहीं है, तो आलू का समोसा बोल दो.
Correct.
You don't call it vegetable samosa. So if you're doing a crab cake, call it a crab cake and put crab.
Correct.
And buy a good crab. And इसके ऊपर we do a Kashmiri मिर्च का chutney at the top.
This one. Oh, I love this crab cake.
And we do a tadka of South Indian style. We got rai, kadi patta, lasan, adrak, mirchi, just temper in that.
So again, UK food ingredient done Indian style.
So all we taken is the wonderful produce which comes from the land around UK and the waters. We use those ingredients to make our dishes.
Thanks to Shemaru Contentino, we are now available on in-flight entertainment across multiple airlines. Catch us on screen, on board and in front of you. Exclusively brought to you by Shemaru Contentino, bringing in-flight entertainment to life.
This one is English lamb chop. Welsh lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
Because Welsh has wonderful hills and little mountains rolling green like carpets, and you find all the cattle and the livestock grazing there. So they eat very well. They eat organic, eat well. And that lamb, literally, if you use a lamb chop, you slice it up the chops and you put them onto a tawa and grill it, you can have it there and then. It is so soft and buttery. The quality is so good. We use the same thing, but we infuse that with thyme, which is again used a lot in the UK in cooking. And in the sauce with made out of bones, we also add a little bit of mint jelly.
What jelly?
Mint jelly.
Mint jelly.
Pudene ki jelly.
Which is also a
Very English.
Yeah, very English thing.
Very English to have mint jelly with lamb or with roast beef or whatever the sauce they add. So we add that into our like a rogan gravy. And the mashed potato is not just a normal mashed potato. We flavor that with English mustard. Have the mash first.
I'm going to have the mash.
Yeah, so taste that. You will get the subtle flavors of the mustard because English mustard is extremely strong compared to Dijon mustard.
And I prefer English mustard anytime.
Anytime. It's
Yeah.
pungent. It gives you a kick, but use it very sparingly.
You know, it's literally this mustard tastes like हम जब सरसों का तेल या
Yes.
करके थोड़ा जो मस्टर्ड का
डाल-
फ्लेवर आता है
हाँ.
उसमें वैसे ही जो
Same.
है.
That is whole idea. So previous on the menus we used to actually use sarson ka tel and we used to use rye and we used to add pyaz वगैरह and to temper the potatoes to do the flavoring. But because of this dinner we're doing, the lunch we're doing especially, as I said, I want to use classics, but I wanted to adapt.
This is good.
Yeah, and again asparagus is also very English. It really works well.
I'll take one small bite of this lamb piece. And this gravy is, sir, what is the gravy?
It's a lamb jus, a bit of garam masala and mint jelly.
Beautiful.
This is a very interesting dish. Chicken tikka masala.
Oh,
But chicken tikka masala is not Indian. It's Glasgow.
is it? Yeah.
If you look at it, that's the story.
British,
It's a derivative of butter chicken, basically. That's what a chicken tikka masala is. But it's a lot more spicier, a lot more masaledar, and more chunkier. So we've done a veg version. We've done a tikka masala with tofu, and we put it inside of a chandrakala. A chandrakala is a mithai.
What is chandrakala?
Oh, it's a sweet. It's a spiral shape, a round shape like a disc, and it's a meetha. So we've taken that meetha dough, but not made meetha, made namkeen, and filled inside with the tofu tikka masala.
Figure out this chandrakala.
But before that, have the foam. The foam, if you eat it with the eyes closed, you should taste of a butter chicken sauce, a makhni gravy. Kasuri methi,
दिल्ली वाला मक्खनी ग्रेवी थोड़ा मीठा है थोड़ा तीखा है
kasuri methi flavor.
कसूरी मेथी का फ्लेवर आ रहा है.
So that is the whole idea. Okay, we've taken the butter chicken and made it into something different. But again, try to use the tikka masala from the UK.
It's beautiful this is.
Yeah. And also, if you look at it, they do pasty there, which is similar.
Yes, पैटिस जो कहते हैं हम लोग.
हम लोग patties बोलते हैं यहाँ. So if you see the overlaps, the Brits and the people in the UK love to eat spinach. They love asparagus. They love beetroot. They love cauliflower. For
With
example.
that chicken there's always asparagus, there's always beetroot.
So we're condensing it down
Spinach here.
into something very small for you to try. So this for that. This one is again an interesting, which I think you will like because you are based from Bombay. Patrani machi.
A chutney and fish.
But we use a cod. This one is only sea bass today, but we also use the cod.
Okay.
But we serve that with an upma. This is the white one is the upma.
Okay.
You have the sea bass with the patrani masala, and then you have malwani sauce, and then you have a tikha peanut masala which you have on the roadside, or like a chakna.
Little pakoras.
These are bhindi.
Kurkure bhindi.
Kurkure bhindi.
This is a full-on all India.
India.
All India.
For me, it's a respect to the land.
It's beautiful because you've got Malwani sauce, you've got patrani machi, you've got upma, and you've got kurkure bhindi on top.
Shetty साहब का उपमा,
Shetty kasam.
मलवानी का सॉस,
Yeah.
बाबा जी की मच्छी, and थोड़ा सा peanut masala and भिंडी. Again, flavor profiles.
I've got the green chutney. And oh, this is very nice. It's spicy also, which is good. You know?
I mean, the good thing in India is you don't have to be shy of adding more masalas or more tikhapan. We struggle in Europe because we have some Indians coming in and they said, please make it more Indian style. So we pump up the masala or the chili because 80% of the guests coming in are Westerners. They are not so used to it. But this is nice and spicy.
But you think that the Westerners are now accepting Indian spice well?
Now, yes. Last one we have is again a classic for us is for the paneer. So we've taken malai, cheese, again a bit of cheddar, a bit of yogurt, black olives. We flavor that with rosemary. Rosemary again is very, very English in many ways to use. And we serve that with a millet with tomato. But we use sun-dried tomato and we use,
So this is a millet?
it's a millet.
Okay.
So it's a millet khichdi.
It's a millet khichdi.
And we do a little sauce which is a Nilgiri korma,
Okay.
a classic green korma.
Oh. First let me taste the Nilgiri korma.
ਹਾਂਜੀ.
It's a bit chutney-like, but it's very unusual. I've never tasted something like
It's
this.
coconut. It is a bit of a cashew in that. It is coriander. It is mint. And we basically cook it down. We add coconut milk again in them and we reduce it down and then we blitz it. Then we strain it off in a way. So it gives that kind of, we put a curry patta and garlic. Normally you will have it quite loose and runny, but lots of flavor into it. But if you try and smoothen it out, So it's easy for you to eat. It doesn't come in your mouth.
And this is
That's the paneer
this is the paneer.
with the olive and rosemary. Again,
paneer is
respectfully for all the vegetarians, what they like to eat also. Something very important in India, who cater for the vegetarians quite well.
And the West have normally for over years neglected the vegetarians.
And sadly, you know, I mean, when we opened up in Geneva, everybody used to come, especially to eat vegetarian khana at times. Because all you would get in a place like in Europe, in Geneva, was basically harissa sauce and a tabasco and a ratatouille to eat and some couscous. But even the couscous sometimes used to make you chicken stock in the hotels. So not really those potatoes. Nobody should know it. So we would get flooded with a lot of Europeans and Indians in the restaurant who purely want to eat veg food. We are the only guys doing it properly.
Of course.
And vegan.
Vegan in Indian food is quite simple to do.
Very easy to
as
do.
long as you don't put dahi and ghee in it.
Lactose free can be done. Coconut milk is a great base. You can use the nut butters, which is cashew, almonds, peanuts to make your gravies. It works well. You know, tomatoes are work. If you're Jain, even that can work for you.
Absolutely correct.
So I just think, as such, our food is very healthy.
Boss is the greatest cuisine in the world.
Yeah, you said it right. He said it right. The biggest cuisine in the world
It's
is
the greatest
Indian.
cuisine in the world. So, Chef, last question. What is the future of Indian food? क्या लगता है कि कहाँ जाने वाला है Indian food?
You know,
Internationally.
I would always say, 7-8 years back, I was quoted saying that Indian food is a sleeping giant. It is awakening, you know, and you see it happening now. The boundaries are breaking down, and that is the most happening thing for us, for Indians, because we also accepting it now. Acceptance level is there.
Correct.
I mean, I'm talking of my parents or my grandparents, they would never want to eat food like this. You have to really push them.
Yeah.
But now people are coming in and saying, खाने में क्या है? नया क्या है?
नया क्या है? और आज यहाँ बहुत सारे गेस्ट आ रहे हैं आज. अब देखोगे कि they are also going to enjoy this meal.
I mean, the guest list is yours, so it's a bit daunting because you get the best of the foodies from Mumbai. I mean, you are expert on with your food there, so it's quite nice.
So cheese, you're using a lot of cheese in.
Cheese is an important part of the UK cuisine as well. They make some amazing cheeses there. You know, you get various types of cheddar. So what we have is just a variation of cheddar. You have cheddar with chili, which I want to get from Mumbai.
Correct.
You have an apple smoked cheddar. You have a white block cheddar, which is normal one, and you have the red Leicester cheddar, the cheese. So all variations of cheeses with some crackers. So we serve them with our 2 chutneys, the homemade chutney. There's one with apricot and one with figs. Those two. Classic to have cuisine in the UK when they eat. They will always eat cheeses there. The glass of wine, you know, something. It really works well. And I wanted to showcase that today because
They eat it after the meal also.
after the meal also.
खत्म होने के बाद.
खत्म होने के बाद. Because the dairy is so nice there, the cheeses are very flavorful. And I wanted to serve that today to our guests.
So Chef, thank you so much. It's been a joy meeting you after so many years. अभी next time इतना समय नहीं जाएगा.
पक्का.
जल्दी मिलेंगे. So I will see you either in Dubai or in Mauritius, जहाँ आपके restaurants है. Otherwise London is always there.
London is there. London घर हो गया.
घर हो गया.
London घर हो गया. Otherwise, Mumbai also is home.
Yes.
Mumbai, Delhi, Udaipur is home.
Or we'll come. Yes, all the Oberoi Villases and this iconic Ziya restaurant that you started also.
We're here now, 16 years. So what started off as a little journey has now lasted so long. And from one, we are a family of 4 restaurants in India.
Fabulous.
It's been an honor to be here.
So Chef, let's meet some of these guests and.
Down to 40% at 30 years. And the meal today has been curated, designed, created, influenced by the one and only Vineet Bhatia.
Enjoy the afternoon, enjoy the hospitality, enjoy the friendship of India and UK.
अगर आपको ये एपिसोड अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ राइट टू अस, शेयर कीजिएगा और सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा और आते रहिए, खाते रहिए और पूछते रहिए खाने में क्या है.
Nothing.
As usual. So good to see you.